This is Transformers Dark of the Moon Voyager class Optimus Prime. The figure is part of the first wave of the Dark of the Moon Voyager class figures. Alright, we got a lot of ground to cover, so let's get right to it. This is the quick look at the packaging. It says Mech Tech weapon system. It even has a try-me button for the Mech Tech weapon. Interesting little packaging. I thought it was an attempt of Hasbro to resurrect the old movie one packaging because it's curved again on one side and at the same time sort of mixing it with the old Revenge of the Fallen. No, not really, but Hunt for the Decepticons type of packaging. So Hunt for the Decepticon size, but the look of the sort of like the first movie. 3 levels of difficulty. This one is actually level 2, in my opinion. It should be 2.5. Okay. This is a figure that a lot of fans are just really looking forward to snubbing. It's not gotten as much enthusiasm as the other Voyager class figures, and a lot of people are just waiting for the Supreme class, armored up, whatever, with the trailer, big ass Optimus Prime. And rightly so. If you want a more definitive Optimus Prime, you want perhaps a better Optimus Prime that's more in scale. Maybe you just, skip all the other Optimus Primes in the first few waves and just wait for the Supreme armored up big ass with trailered Optimus Prime, which will probably come a few months after the movie, or I hope just a couple of weeks after the movie. I'm not sure, but it will come out after the movie if we follow what Hasbro has said in the Toy Fair last February in November. So, but having said that, if we take this figure for what it is, as a standalone Optimus Prime, perhaps you have a son or a daughter or a kid that wants an Optimus Prime, but you feel a leader class might be too challenging, too big for him, and a teeny tiny Optimus Prime in the Cyberverse Legion class might be too small. This might be the Optimus Prime for you. If you're a hardcore Transformers movie fan, or even a regular Transformers fan, and you want the mold, you're interested in the mold, this is not a bad figure to get. As a standalone, yes, might be a little bit off scale, yes, maybe, but as it is, it was a good attempt at Hasbro to reincarnate Optimus Prime in the Voyager class size. So, just for fun, I'm going to put him side by side with the Hunt for the Decepticons Battle Blades Optimus Prime. Put him there. And the 2007 2008 movie one Optimus Prime mold. Out of the 3, obviously, this guy, the movie one, is not the best. He's still clunky, bulky, but he is big. Perhaps some value for your money. The shortest one really is the newest one, the Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime. But I have to say this, he is the best painted one of the lot. Sure, this one has some paint apps that are really cool, this one also as well, but the quality of paint they used on this one, excellent. Even the quality of plastic they used, very nice. Except for the gun, which I can, but it's still fine actually. It doesn't bug me too much that it's not silver or what. But pretty good. The plastic doesn't feel cheap, not like this one. But my favorite out of all the 3, which I think is still, out of all the 3, the best Optimus Prime for the Voyager class is still the Battle Blades Optimus Prime. After transforming this one, having him kicking him around, and also getting used to this one and this one is still the best one. If you just have to choose one, this one is the best one. But if you're really looking forward to the Dark of the Moon toys, you might want to give this one a second look. Alright, so it looks pretty cool, pretty awesome. I really like how they did this figure. These wheels, fans are complaining, they do not bother me one bit. What really bothers me really is, with this one, is really the proportion of the legs. As you can see, they look great standing up. But once you bend the knee, look at that. He has a huge, huge, huge lower leg compared to the thigh. They should have done it, in my opinion, they should have made the thigh longer, about here. The joint should have been here. But because of transformation and whatnot, they had to do it this way, so I can't really fault them too much on that. That's my only problem. Now, he comes with these mech tech guns. I wasn't a big fan when they first announced it, but as you can see, if you push on the back end of the gun, it transforms into a even cooler gun, which is really, really grown on me. I'm really digging these mech tech weapons, and I hear they're interchangeable. You can pop them off. You can pop them here and there, with other figures as well, and you can share the mech tech weapons. They can also, like for this one, you can attach a few more here and there, which is very cool. It's Hasbro's way of really bringing out the creativity in its target audience, and I thought that was pretty cool. And it's nice that you can actually lock it in place. Although if you keep it locked for a long time, you might just damage the spring. So make sure you store it in its default position. So very cool. All right, articulation. He's got a ball jointed neck. He's got waist swivel. He's got a ball hinge shoulder, double jointed elbow. He's got a bicep swivel and a ball hinge wrist. He's got a ball hinge hip, thigh swivel, hinge knee, and some ankle articulation because of transformation. And this one is really just the added joint, the in and out. So that's that. Very cool. He doesn't have any wings. He just has his big ass tanks that I think they can serve as thrusters, if you wish. But no, they're just part of the design. No wings or anything like that. Transform him. All right. It can be a little bit tricky, but there is really a way to do it, to get it right. So parents out there, if you've given this figure to your son or daughter or kid, and you are having trouble transforming him, pay close attention. Make sure you follow the steps carefully, otherwise you'll just have a lot of tears and broken Optimus Prime pieces. Anyway, first thing you want to do, you want to go ahead and straighten him up. We'll do the arms first because that's the easiest. Okay, what you do is you rotate the fists like this, like that. Go ahead and position the arms this way, and then bring down the shoulders like that. So like that, like he's, yeah, whatever. Okay, detach the shoulder from the chest like that. Fold down the entire side, and see, I forgot to mention one thing that bugs me. With the Bellblaze Optimus Prime, they finally figured out how to keep the windshields on the chest. And here, they actually did figure out how to do it, but still, they managed to still create a faux pseudo chest for the Autobots leader. And what can you do? That's Hasbro for you. That's what you do. Go ahead and rotate the shoulders inward. Okay, next thing you want to do is you want to peg you do it on both arms. You peg this one in that peg hole, and then the wheels, you bring it down, and you can see there's a little teeny tiny peg right here. I'm not sure if you can see it right there, which pegs onto that hole right there. So that's pretty tricky. That's the trickiest part for me. And as always, I've once again forgotten to show light piping. So I'm going to do it very quickly, if my flashlight will work. So very cool. Not the best light piping in the world, but it is there. Okay, on to the transformation again. So what you want to do is you want to fold that joint right there, flush down, Okay, and then peg the peg in the peg hole, like I said earlier, like that. And then you want to make sure that you tab that little teeny tiny peg onto the wheel, like that. And that will solve most of your problems. Okay, so once again, do it here. Come on, like that. Go ahead and peg in the teeny tiny fender hole. Come on. Okay, there you go. All right. Then once you've done that, just fold the fists down, lay it flat, and then fold these panels like that onto his real chest. And then fold the bumper, grill, whatever, up. And now you have his front part. That's pretty cool. He's got these really nice panels. I don't know what they're for, but we'll find out in the movie. Okay, then what you want to do is transform the head, rotate the head backward, fold it down, close like that. That's just it. Then fold out the tanks. This is the easy part, so I'm not going to spend too much time on it. Fold it that way, and they will stay like that for now. We can close the tabs. They'll tab in here and here. We'll tab it later. Then what you want to do is sort of rotate the legs that way. Straighten them out. Okay. Raise them up like that. Go ahead and lift this part like that. As you can see, you can already see the makings of the cab. Go ahead and tab these bits in like that. Then raise the legs completely. Alright, tab, well, just position them right there, okay? We'll do that later. And this is really the cool part, transforming the legs. You open this, the ones inside is what you open. Don't open this one. I made a mistake and I popped the whole foot out. So, do the ones inside. You flick it this way, okay, and like that. And then, just, come on, like that. And then you can go ahead and join them together if you wish. And then just fold them neatly like that. And what's left is really just tabbing these tab the tanks onto the side of the legs. Tab these together and then tab them on top. Come on. Okay. Alright, and there is Voyager class Dark of the Moon Optimus Prime in his semi Peterbilt, or Mack truck. I keep making the mistake. It's a Mack truck alt mode, so very, very cool. You can mount the weapon this way, or you can mount it the other way around if you're shooting at Decepticons, but officially it's this way. So, very cool looking truck. At this angle, he looks great. At this angle, he is just a hollow shell. Look at that. Yeah, Hasbro fell asleep on this one. I mean, I can understand why fans or collectors will not want to get this figure because of that. But you want to display him you're going to display him in alt mode. Display him this way. He looks pretty awesome. And yeah. It's definitely worth it. I would definitely encourage you people to give it a second look, especially for those of you who are giving your kids an Optimus Prime. It's a little bit small. It has its flaws. Yeah, some flaws, but it does have its benefits. It has its good sides, and I highly think it's something worth getting, especially if you're really into the Voyager class. I was actually quite surprised at how much I like this figure. In the alt mode, there is a little bit of a quality issue. Not in terms of paint, but really it does not solidly transform in place in a lot of places. So you get these wiggly bits right there. But other than that, it's a neat, awesome truck mode. And the bot mode wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So give this guy a second look. I think you might like him. So there you go. I hope you liked this video, found it informative. Transformers Dark of the Moon, Voyager class, Optimus Prime. Thanks for watching.